Hi and welcome back to another video from Fleetwood in Focus, and today I'm at the Mount Hotel here in Fleetwood, and as I'm sure many of you know, last Wednesday the 24th of May it suffered a catastrophic fire on the top of the building inside one of the apartments there. So Lancashire Fire Brigade had to send 8 fire appliances and an aerial ladder platform from Preston as well. As I say, it caused extensive damage to the roof, and we'll go and have a little walk around shortly and just show you some of the damage that was caused. Now, fortunately 2 people were rescued, but there were no serious injuries, thank goodness. So you know, if nothing else, that is something to be relieved about. Now, I've tried to do a little bit of research on the Mount Hotel itself, and I've got to be honest, the details are very sketchy. It was built in 1900 on what was previously known as the White Houses cottages. Now, they were destroyed by a huge sea wave in 1869. Now, originally it was a 50-bedroom hotel, and in 1989 it was converted into private apartments, and it was one of those private apartments on the very top floor that actually caught fire. Now, what really surprised me when I checked with English Heritage is that this building isn't actually listed, unlike its big sister, the North Euston, which is a Grade 2 listed building. There's no listing whatsoever for the Mount Hotel. So let's go and have a little walk around, and I'll tell you 1 or 2 more stories as regards to this beautiful iconic building here in Fleetwood. So, as I say, guys, we'll have a little walk around. I say it was built in 1900, and 2 of its most famous visitors, we have to say, is no less than Sir Winston Churchill, and I'm told that the Beatles stayed here. And I'm guessing that the Beatles' stay would have been in 1962 when they played at the Marine Hall here. It was the only time they ever played in Fleetwood, so I can only assume that that is when they stayed. As I say, it's not a listed building. That really did surprise me. And as I say, it's very sketchy. There's not much to find out about the place, to be honest with you. I can only assume that it was built as a little sister of the North Euston to accommodate railway travellers in 1900, and I don't know if you can just see up there. I'm going to have to use the other camera as well to zoom in, but there is extensive ceiling damage to the roof there, and it's all boarded up. They've fenced it off, obviously for safety reasons. And it's just sad, you know, and you know, all we can hope for is that we can get a full restoration on this. I know that Green Kings own the actual pub on the bottom, and I think it was last year they spent about 230,000 on a refurbishment. So obviously, you know, they were serious about turning it back into you know, a nice pub again. But you know, the damage up there it really is very extensive, and as I say, I'll zoom up a little bit so you can see just exactly how much damage he's done there. So I've come back onto my trusted Samsung 21, and if I just zoom in there a little bit, you can probably see through those centre windows there. You can actually see the sky, as I say, through the damaged ceiling there. Not good at all, but we'll have a walk around, as I say, and I'll show you the back of the Mount Hotel as well. As I say, it's all fenced off, obviously for safety reasons. The residents are still there, and ironically there is one for sale just at the top, and I really do feel for the owner of that property now that's trying to sell it. I really do. But let's just have a walk around and down Abbott's Walk, and you can actually see a little bit easier some of the damage to the ceiling itself. So it's a beautiful day here. not to try and put too negative feeling on this video, but as I've always said, I try to show the real positive side of Fleetwood, but you know, things like this do happen sometimes, and you know, let's just hope it can be repaired as soon as is possible. So I'm just going to zoom in here on the roof, and you can probably see, there you go, you know, there is extensive damage to the rear end of the hotel. You see the thick smoke there on the side of the chimney, and the embers of the wooden frames there on top of the roof. So yeah, very sad indeed. Actually, going back to what I was saying just a few moments ago about the Beatles staying at the Mount Hotel at some stage. Now I'm guessing that it was in 1962, the 25th of August 1962 to be precise, because that is when the Beatles played at the Marine Hall, and there's a lovely little story that goes with that. And it was a local band called the Trespassers that lined up to play alongside the Beatles, and by all accounts they went down far better than the Beatles did. Of course, 1962, that was just when Ringo Starr had just joined the Beatles, so they were still finding their way a little bit, but hey ho, 50-60 years later, they did themselves proud, obviously. But yeah, a band called the Trespassers, a local Fleetwood band, were lined up alongside the Beatles back in 1962. But as I say, you know, going back to the Mount Hotel here, okay, it's not a listed building, but it is an iconic building. It's been here for 123 years. It's part of Fleetwood. You drive along here, along the Esplanade, and there it is, the Mount. Before you get to the actual Mount itself, you pass the Mount Hotel. As you can see here, if I swing round, if you're not local to the area, you'll see the significance. There's the Mount in the far corner there. That's a grade 2 listed building, alongside with the gardens as well, and of course you've got the Mount Hotel right next to it here. So yes, it's important, it's significant, and it's a major part of Fleetwood. So let's hope that we can get a full restoration for this wonderful iconic building. So that's it guys, for another video from Fleetwood in Focus. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you very soon. Bye for now.